What is going on, y'all? It's your boy K-Town Menace 801 back with another updated game room tour. I know my last one was only like 2 weeks ago, but a lot's actually changed in my game room setup, and this time we're actually starting from retro to modern. So let's just go ahead and dive in. So this is the CRT that I've got my Raspberry Pi hooked up to, and then right here is the CRT that I have all of my retro consoles hooked up to. My GameCube / Wii, my PS2, my original Xbox, and my modded Sega Dreamcast. And then this is actually a new addition to the game room. I actually got this TV for free. It's just a little 25-inch, 27-inch Samsung TV. Perfect for PlayStation 3, which that's actually another new addition that I got out here, is I actually moved my PS3 out here and I have it hooked up to this TV. And the main reason why I still have a PS3 is to play SOCOM US Navy SEALs Confrontation. You can actually still play this online. I might post a video on how to, the settings, the network settings on your PlayStation 3 in order to actually play SOCOM Confrontation online, but this is an excellent, realistic, tactical military shooter. And I know I get into this in every one of my gaming videos, every one of my game room tours, but a lot of people don't know the reason why I have these old CRT TVs is these retro games just look so much better on a CRT as opposed to an HD TV. So that's the main reason why. Anything like PS2 and below I have hooked up to CRTs, and anything PS3 and above I normally just hook up to like an HD TV. But yeah, this is the retro side right now. This is actually a NES Pi. You can actually order these offline. I added more games onto mine. I haven't done an in-depth video on just how cool these are, but I mean, you can buy them preloaded, which is, all kinds of your, favorite classic games. This is how I run everything up to the Nintendo 64 and PlayStation 1. That's why I don't have physical consoles of those. Just because I can run them on an emulator just fine. About 90% of the Nintendo 64 games run perfectly, with the exception of, GoldenEye 007, which is probably the best one. That one has a really hard time running, but I mean, there's remakes of it, and I mean, I can always get a Nintendo 64 to add to my game room. I actually do plan on doing that just for 007 GoldenEye, and then I'll probably start collecting for the Nintendo 64. It's just I mainly like to collect, mostly like CD and Blu-ray based stuff, just because that's when my childhood was. The Nintendo 64 was, part of my childhood, but it was a little bit before. I still love it. It's still one of my favorite consoles of all time. But yeah. And then moving on from there, this is actually my modern gaming setup. This is a 55-inch Philips 4K TV. I know last time I got the size wrong. I looked it up exactly. So yeah, it's a 55-inch Philips 4K TV. I've got my PlayStation 5 and my Xbox Series S along with my Nintendo Switch all hooked up to this TV. Nothing too fancy. This is my gaming cabinet. I've got some headsets, my charging cables down there. And then down in here, I've just got my actual Nintendo Switch. That's just the dock right there. And then some remotes for, all of my different LED lights that I've got going on here. So I've got those. The lights that go onto the floor, and then I've got, a strand of lights right up there. A lot of them are kind of blocked by the Star Wars figures that I have. We'll actually take a quick look at those, just a quick little glance through them. I got some Darth Maul. My favorite ones, and I mean these go all the way along, my favorite ones gotta be this Boba Fett an IG-88, or this Darth Vader one, and they also have the comic book in the back. These are like the retro Star Wars figures, so I mean one day these will be worth a good chunk of money. And then moving on from there, this is my PC setup. Nothing's really changed. I've gotten into this. I'm still just rocking the 2070 Super graphics card. Got like an 8-core Ryzen processor, and just just some LEDs. This actually was a pre-built, and then I just added some more stuff into it. I swapped some stuff out. And then still got this cool little 7-inch Japanese TV right here. Which this is actually not a monitor. This is a TV. Just a little portable like TV, but I mean, I like it. You know, it's a good secondary monitor. I don't do as much gaming on the PC now that I got the next gen consoles. That might change, you know, later, you know, once I get like a 3070, 3080, 3090. But as for now, I'm mostly just, you know, a happy little console gamer. This is a light that I just use for streaming. Just a little halo light, you know, place to hold my phone. I've got the Amazon Alexa here. And then this is the same monitor. It just plays anime fight scenes, gameplay, Toonami ads nonstop. This is on in the game room 24/7. And then this is my droid collection. I do have quite a few of them. So there's that. This one's the newest one that I got. And I got all the minis right there. And I haven't actually done an in-depth collection of games that are in my collection, so we'll go ahead and do that. So starting off with the GameCube, we'll go from right to left, just because the GameCube's my favorite, and I want to do that one first. We got Scholar, Frogger, 18-Wheeler, Mega Man, Star Wars Rebels, not the best game, I'm not gonna lie. This is an iconic game, Tony Hawk Underground 2. It's actually the game that got me started skateboarding. Lord of the Rings, this is an epic game that I used to play back on like the PS2, back in like 2nd, 3rd grade. Burnout, great game. Star Fox Adventures, and a lot of people don't like it. It was actually the first GameCube game that I ever had, so I love it. 007 Nightfire, this is my favorite, even more so than GoldenEye. Crazy Taxi, Mario Kart Double Dash, Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, Soul Calibur, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and then these are my favorite Wii games that I just have right here. Wii Sports, The Simpsons game, Punch-Out, and Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And then here's my Switch games. We've got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. You know I'm a big Smash fan. We got Monster Hunter, Mario Kart, Super Mario 3D All-Stars, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered, and Cruisin' Blast USA. This one's Cruisin' Blast is actually a really fun game. I've only got one physical PS5 game, and that's Back for Blood. And I got a couple of PS4 games. Dragon Ball FighterZ is probably my favorite PS4 game of all time. Along with Soul Calibur. Modern Warfare 2, that's an iconic game. And then just some cool, you know, quick little highlights. Vice City, Jack 2, 007, Everything or Nothing. SOCOM, my favorite PlayStation 2 game of all time. We've got Manhunt. This is a really good Mortal Kombat game that I love. I love Ace Combat. I definitely love some Silent Scope. That's one of my favorite, like, arcade shooters. Can't go wrong with Gran Turismo. I've got Gran Turismo on every console except for the PS5 version. I don't have that one yet. I don't think it's out yet. And then just my Xbox games. My favorite one has to be Sonic Heroes, Gun, Halo 2 obviously. And I've only got one 360 game. I don't actually have an Xbox 360. I do plan on getting one. I mean, I do, but it's upstairs, and I actually gave it to my little brother a few years back. And then we got some Dreamcast games, Centipede, Virtua Tennis, House of the Dead, Speed Devils, and this is actually a sealed Dreamcast web browser, which is pretty cool to have in the collection. Then above top, this is actually one of my favorite Star Wars games of all time, Star Wars Rebel Assault. And then down here is just some, you know, Blu-rays, DVDs that I have. I've got the Star Wars Complete Collection. This is actually a really good anime. Son of God. I've watched it like 3 times over just because of how good it is. And then this is my favorite movie of all time, Spirited Away. But yeah, that's, you know, a little bit more in-depth of the games that I have. I did trade off all of the cartridges I had, and the games that I got for trading off the cartridges would be Jack 2, 007, Everything or Nothing, US Navy SEALs, the SOCOM game, SSX, and then I got Gun, and I think that's everything I got for those cartridge games. Did I get just one? I feel like I got 2 Xbox games, but I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, I traded those, and you know, I ended up with, I think it was like 11 games that I traded in, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. I mean, I didn't really play any of those cartridge games, those Super Nintendo games, and they weren't like, you know, that popular. They weren't like some hit titles, and that was the main reason why I sold them. If it was something, you know, like, you know, Mario Kart, Super Mario World, like, you know, Metroid, I would have held on to it. But yeah, speaking of Metroid, gotta shout out the giant Metroid card. That's one of my favorite Super Nintendo games of all time. Moving on from there, you know, these are just some more Star Wars figures. They go pretty much all around the entire room. And then another new addition to the game room is I actually got this My Hero Academia calendar. I just thought it was sick, so I had to have it. Got Naruto hung up right there. And not too much has changed with this from the last video. Maybe just the way I have things set up. But like I said, pretty much everything on the top shelf I got at Salt Lake FanX, including this regular show card pack. I got all these Dragon Ball figures, this Dragon Ball, like the actual Dragon Ball itself, this Ryuk, and then I got these Gundams from one from a pawn shop. That one was 15 bucks. It was missing some pieces. I didn't realize that when I bought it. Then I got this one from Walmart. Then there's just some of my Destiny figures. And here's some rare Star Wars cards. And then here's actually a Super Mario coin. And then down here, this is just where I have a bunch of my open Star Wars figures. When I bought them, it looked like they were sealed in the package, but all the packages were opened when they got here. So, you know, I just went ahead and put them on display. And then right down here, you know, I got the Sega Sports Edition Dreamcast, just a regular Dreamcast, Sega Genesis, a PS2. And then I did get, you know, I did put up like 2 little posters. This one I kind of trimmed down because it was damaged. Someone gave it to me and it was kind of damaged, so I just trimmed it down. And then same with this one, this Doom 64 one. I wanted more like retro game posters to put over here on the retro side of things. And then, you know, really the last thing that I want to show off in this video is just how worth it is to have a modded Sega Dreamcast. So I showed that I have a modded Sega Dreamcast, but I didn't show like what it actually has on it. This has pretty much every US Dreamcast launch and quite a few Japanese games. You know, and the Dreamcast is my favorite console of all time, but it does kind of break the bank to, you know, buy a lot of these games. Like Power Stone itself costs like $200, $175, where, you know, on here I can play all my favorite childhood games, relive all my childhood, and not break the bank. But yeah, as you can see, I've got a lot of, you know, crazy cool games on here. Plasma Sword is probably one of my favorites. There's Power Stone 2, and I've got to show you just how good these games look on a CRT. I am gonna do another video, a separate video itself, to show how good, you know, a lot of these games look on a CRT. But when I found out about this, I instantly rushed out and got not 1 but 2 CRTs. I'm still trying to get a third one. I want to get like a PVM or a BVM, but you know, for now these work great. This JVC is actually it's actually the nicest CRT that I have. I love the way the picture and everything looks on it. This is actually the model, in case any of you guys are curious. So this is the model number to it, and it came with a remote, which I was super happy about.
Welcome to Power.
But yeah, these games just look absolutely phenomenal. And I'm gonna do a separate video on how good these games, how good arcade games, like Street Fighter, Third Strike, and like Genesis games and everything look on a CRT.
Are you ready? Action!
But yeah, I mean, the games just look phenomenal. They just look so much better than, you know, hooking them up to like a 4K or even just a basic 1080p TV. But that's gonna pretty much conclude, you know, today's game room tour. That's all that's really changed. And as more things change, we'll upload some more videos. There's my cute kitty. She's with me every time I'm playing games. We've beat so many games together. We've beat Skyrim together. We beat Grand Theft Auto 5 together. We beat Bonk's Revenge together. We beat Super Mario Odyssey together. Me and this cat have played so many games. Her favorite game to watch that she's just fascinated by is actually Monster Hunter. The new Monster Hunter Rise, but she really liked Monster Hunter Generations too. She just will stare right up at the TV nonstop. Yeah, like I said, that's the end of today's game room tour. I know I did make the video a little bit longer because I had to get the cat in the video. You can't blame me. I mean, look at this cat. That's a nice kitty right there. That is a nice looking kitty. Anyways, she does scratch up my furniture. I love her anyways. But yeah, you guys have a good one. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button. Watch this game room grow even more because we are nowhere near done. And it's just going to keep on getting better. We're just going to keep on getting cooler and cooler things. I do plan on getting some stand-up arcade cabinets. Not the one-up ones. I'm talking about a legit arcade cabinet. But yeah, y'all have a good one. Stay tuned for the next video. Peace.